over to us.
Okay, so we're back in the podcast studio, or should I say I'm back in the podcast studio. This is your first time, Jake.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
It's nice to be on the Logan Speight experience, mate. It's, yeah, I'm not normally too great in front of the bright lights, but it feels very natural, so let's see how it goes.
Great, and obviously we'll get more into, your specific role and what you do and your team within Stride as we keep talking, but could you very briefly just introduce yourself and your role? Just say what your role is.
Yeah. So this camera, you.
just keep talking to me, buddy.
So hi guys, I'm Jake from Stride Yorkshire. Now I'm the employer engagement manager. So my team helps people get into work with support. I'm also an independence coach. Kind of split between that, and nearly anybody with a senior role at Stride has that as part of the responsibility because it's so important for what we do, being client focused. So yeah, my role's progressed by just the nature of that, how much success we've had in helping people into work, really. So growing team, we've got four members of staff on my team now, which is brilliant. And yeah, I mean, enjoying it, mate. I think found my calling in a way. So yeah.
Awesome. Found my calling. Nice.
That's terrible.
Get it, pull it out of the big guns. Great. So, obviously you've been here for how long now?
Started last March, so about coming up to about 18, nearly 2 years.
Yeah, nearly 2 years.
Best part of 2 years now.
It's flown by. Time flies when you're having fun.
Absolutely.
As obviously, like I said, we'll go more into your team and how all that works. But generally, how have you found Stride and the development of Stride while you've been with us?
Some room for improvement at the top. So the leadership's not too great, but no. In all seriousness, it's. I've always come from a background of working for massive companies where you are just another number, and to come back to Doncaster to help join at a time where we had 5-6 members of staff, and now we've got 23, and we're doubling in size every year. We've changed office. We keep changing office because we're just growing at such a rate. Helping more people. It's been great, really. And there's definite negatives of working for a smaller business that's it's in its early stages, but the positives far outweigh the negatives, and we are becoming, as required, more structured and becoming a proper small to medium sized business now rather than a startup, and it's exciting to be part of.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a lot of the granted small success that we've achieved so far, but big for us, and I think big for the people of Doncaster. But I think a big part of what's led to that is us thinking that we are bigger than what we are at all times. I think we've got it in. I think we've almost got little man syndrome in a way. We're just like, no, we're Stride. We're coming for you. We are here to change the world for neurodivergent people, and that's and I firmly believe that at least around us we can achieve that.
We're unusual in this space, so like we're kind of social care, we're kind of recruitment, we're kind of a marketing company, a training company. It's like a lot of the companies that are in the box that this industry kind of normally puts you in wouldn't be as ambitious as us, and wouldn't be like, we're reinvesting everything we make back into growing the team and we're doing marketing stuff like this to reach more people and help more people. It is unusual. We are a bit weird, but that's what we're all about, really. And it's.
I think you've got to think about what we're trying to do, and we are trying to get outcomes. We are trying to get outcomes as much as we want to make our package completely bespoke to neurodivergent people, and I think we achieve that, and we get on a level with neurodivergent people, and I think we just almost like the mates half the time. Do you know what I mean? We've got a really good relationship with our clients, but we get outcomes, and that's because we do get people that are from backgrounds not just in, like you said, working with neurodivergent people or people with disabilities, but people from recruitment and things like that. Because why wouldn't you? If my job is to get people into work, why not get people that have got that experience? I think if you treat things by nature of what they are, what you're trying to do, you're going to get the results. You only have to look at America and think, oh, actually, we've got a president right now that's not that's actually not a politician. He's somebody that's a business person, but he's been brought in to treat the country for what it really is, which is a business. So I'm not going to get political, buddy, but I watched the Trump documentary the other night, and that's
great guy,
fresh in my perfect people. One of the best people, perfect people, fantastic.
That is, yeah, a tangent, but an interesting one. No, you're right though.
Do that, yeah.
Everyone that joins Stride, and then we're kind of the training part. It's quite difficult to train what an independence coach should be, because we've made a fancy title which is different from a traditional support worker, because we genuinely believe they are different to a generic support worker. We're trying to be more than that. It's not just a mentor. We are there to help these people become more independent, and there isn't like a generic training exercise to train these people up. So we've got people from all sorts of backgrounds. We've got marketing, we've got sales, recruitment, but we've also got people that worked in education all their lives, people that worked in SEN environments all their life. Yeah. It's great.
I mean, it's interesting because obviously Kieran's just started. Shout out, Kieran. How you doing, buddy? Kieran's just started, and he asked me about the type. Just going back a little bit to what you said about independence coaching, and what really is that. And he was like, who's your competitors? Who else is doing independence coaching? I was like, nobody. He was like, what do you mean nobody? There's got to be somebody out there doing independence coaching. I made it up. I made up the word independence coaching. It didn't exist. It's there to fill a gap that I don't think neurodivergent people get anywhere else.
No, exactly.
And that's the Stride. Come and join. Everybody join Stride.
Kieran's actually asked us to stop doing this because we're spending too much money on it.
Too much money. No.
Kieran's our new finance manager, who is a penny pincher, but I guess it's to protect the business. But
to the team at 7 Studios, you are safe. Don't worry.
He's a big dog. Shut up, Kieran.
Okay. Right. Personal. Obviously, I've written down some points here as to what we can talk about. Personal. Tell me a bit about.
Personal.
Tell me a bit about Jake.
A bit about Jake. So Jake is he's one of a kind. All cards on the table. Like Logan's we grew up together.
Yeah.
So Jake went to university in Manchester and stayed there for the next 6 or 7 years, working in recruitment, sales, account management, etc. And I obviously kept checking in with Logan and seeing this thing that he was building back in Doncaster, and that's what dragged me back, because I was excited to be involved. Really, he'd kind of asked me a few times, and I was like, I'm not sure if it'd be the right fit for me. I'm doing this thing, and I'm getting maybe a bit big for my boots, going. I'm working for these big companies, but we got bought. One of my employees got bought out by American investor, and they obviously did the redundancies for the sales team, and it happened to come at the exact time I was chatting to yourself about joining Stride. I took some advice from one of my friends, Rod, and he was like, get involved with something you care about, be there from as close as you can to the ground up, and grow and help that business grow.
Yeah.
And
your success grows with it, as does the success of all the people that we're working with.
And I hate to bring Rod up because it's a bit of a know-it-all, but that is down to Rod. Rod's the guy that we were talking about the other day with the sales tools. But thanks, Rod.
Thanks, Rod. You've helped us out a couple of times. No, that's awesome, mate. Yeah, we have known each other a long time. Obviously, we still close. Still support Leeds United. Sorry if that's just caused a load of people to switch off from the podcast. And I think what a lot of people might not realise about you as a person is that I think, you're a big guy. I think you look like a quite tough guy.
Tough guy.
But one of the toughest, one of the greatest guys. But I think deep down, you've got a heart of gold, and I think I've surrounded myself in my life with people that are good people, the best people. And I think that it completely made sense for me when you was like, I want to work with neurodivergent people. I love what you're doing. I think you recognise that it was not just a necessary part of what needs to happen for social reform in the UK and the world at the moment, but I think it absolutely needed I think it was essential, and I think you recognise that.
I love the coaching side as much as I do the employment side, but what is the perfect experience through Stride is somebody does the independence coaching to get them ready for employment, and then they can actually get those outcomes. We can help them through that entire process from start to finish. We can help people that don't necessarily have the coaching as well. It's not a requirement,
Yeah.
but the best thing is, and we come back to like what inspires me to do what I do. It's like we are just in basic terms here to help people get where they want to be, and it's quite often people that don't know where to start. And I think we've all been like that a little bit. Like you finish university, you're like, what do I do? And I was like, moved down to London. I don't like London. I mean, I'm a classic northerner. I mean, it's too expensive up there.
Yeah.
Down there. But some of the people that come to us for help are truly, that even at your lowest moment, they might be even so much lower than that in the sense that they haven't got the network and they've support networks. Often they kind of fall through the gaps of services that are meant to be there to support, and it's not really the fault of the services per se. It's the fact that there's gaps that we are filling, and I think everybody's winning from what we're doing. The clients will help, the employers, we're helping employers match. We're matching candidates that they would not have considered, and we have to kind of knock down doors to get that client in front of an employer to prove. Listen, just trust our judgment. Look at how far this person can excel. If we are at the stage of banging down the door to make them opportunities right now. Over time, hopefully that will become less of it, because hopefully we can change people's minds in the long term. But it's a rewarding thing to do.
On the subject of knocking down doors and there being more opportunities out there and things like that, we've got some potentially big plans, haven't we, over the next year? Dare we mention a couple of the things, something that you've in particular have been looking at taking a leading role on?
You're going to have to remind me which one, mate. We've got so many big plans.
If I say satellite.
Right, yeah. So, yeah, of course, as we grow in Doncaster, like we're already starting to see inquiries for our support from outside of where we're based in Doncaster, Stride Yorkshire. But I think the idea is that we're going to become Stride, and let's not limit ourselves to Yorkshire. So I've had placements of job coach support. It came from a referral directly from the DWP recommending us to a client that's inquired in York, and Sheffield. We've got a few people in work in Sheffield at the minute, but I guess long term, if you're dreaming, it'd be every area of the UK would have a Stride to help neurodivergent people in terms of employment support. And yeah, that's a bit of sounds like a pipe dream, but I can't see why it wouldn't work. Like in terms of the impact we're having in Doncaster, why wouldn't it just be able to copy and paste that into every area across the UK? Like Stride worldwide eventually.
Stride worldwide. God.
Wide.
Oh, Step Brothers, what a film. Brilliant. So I guess quick message from myself and Jake. If you are in the UK and you haven't heard about us yet, we may be coming to a neighbourhood near you.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't want to sound like Liam Neeson, but we will find you. So, yeah, that's awesome. Okay, on the subject of obviously just different things, we've got the opportunity for the person in York, and that's great. I just want you to tell whoever's listening right now a couple of standout, not moments, case studies, if you like, people that have surpassed your expectations or areas that maybe we've changed their lives.
There's a couple that I'm probably most proudest of, and it's probably the folk. Like we've helped like tens of people just this last couple of months at Big Place. So like we're coming up to over 100 people in work in the last 2 calendar years.
Thousands of people.
The
millions.
The probably the standouts for me would be one of the clients that I do the independence coaching for, and then I've placed him into 2 roles in the last year. So he's got a condition called selective mutism, which I personally think is a silly name for what it is because it can be misleading, but you kind of deduce that selective mutism means he chooses not to speak, but generally speaking, he doesn't speak.
So if you're a psychologist and you're a lot more qualified than Jake Rusby,
yeah.
do better.
Yeah, they need to work on the branding. I think it's a poor name, and it can be, it can be.
Yeah, where's the marketing involvement?
But no, he's such a great lad, and he's got a massive barrier in terms of just try and imagine a day that you have where you can't speak. Logan would probably like it if I didn't speak that often, but yeah, we've done lots of over 18 months of work with this client. I'm trying not to say his name because it's probably
confidentiality.
Yeah, but we had a partnership with a company called GXO, which is a logistics firm, and they were really accommodating to make an environment that to make the adjustments required for this person to get along in that role. It didn't work out for him personally. They did try their best, but mainly just shift patterns and stuff. And
no, but sorry, it did a lot for his development, though, didn't it?
Massively, yeah. In terms of, and that's what we kind of try and sell to the clients when they first come to us. It's like, just because your goal is here doesn't mean that you're going to get there immediately. And even a failure.
How many jobs have you had?
Including part-time, like more than 10, isn't it, really? In terms of...
I think I'd be closer to 20. I mean, yeah, it sometimes is a bit of trial and error when it comes to finding your forever job or the industry that you want to work in for the rest of your life. I didn't going to uni to do psychology. I didn't foresee that I was going to be doing what I'm doing now. Life is weird and it takes you on weird paths. And I think sometimes because... I don't know, it's a bit of a side topic, but I think it's important because our clients are quite black and white that it's like if that doesn't work out on that first opportunity, then either that says something about me, I'm unemployable, or it says something about the world of work, employment in the UK. Every employer is going to be terrible and not accommodating enough, and no environment is going to be right for me. And that's not the truth. And I think... that resilience will come. I think we try and teach our clients that resilience. But yeah, I think overcoming those initial setbacks of your first opportunity not being the right one, I think it's part of the journey, and it should not be the end of the journey for people. Sorry, go back to this individual.
Yeah, it's all about him. And so anyway, my client, he's now working for an engineering firm and is passed his driving test. He's starting to socialise. He comes to our every fortnight we play football with the clients and the coaches. We get together. He's been coming along to badminton. He came to me with one goal: get a job. But what's come alongside that has been so many barriers have been broken down from him, and he's thrown himself into uncomfortable situations, but reaped the benefits of that. Yeah. And I don't blame the employers. We apply for hundreds of jobs. I don't blame the employers for when they realise he's got a condition that means he doesn't speak. I don't blame them for thinking, well, he's not top of the list, because that is a difficult barrier to overcome. But
it's important for a lot of jobs.
That was my job to fight for him and go, please trust me, he will be a grafter. He will be reliable. He will be committed. He wants to develop within that role, and there is ways that we can work around the communication, and we have done, and we're seeing that. So for the time being, Stride's responsibility here is to like we say, break down them barriers with the employers, but eventually we're hoping that part isn't needed to be done, but there's a long way to go.
I think as well, the hard thing here is too many people would have written this guy off.
Yeah.
Too many people would have written him off. I mean, even when I hear myself say he's non-verbal, almost non-verbal, he has a condition that often manifests as being similar to non-verbal. He's so intelligent, though.
It's a misconception that because of what he's not putting things out externally don't mean that there ain't a lot going on internally. And like, he's a smart guy. He goes to the gym. He's got friends. He keeps himself busy. He has a social life, but he just happens to be unique in the sense that his conversations with me, he writes down on his notes on his phone, and it's not as practical as speaking verbally, but it can be done. And as you build that rapport, it's almost quite surprising how quickly that you get over this initial bump. So I've had even professionals that's like, how do you have a good communication with them and stuff? It's like, just give it a go.
Yeah.
Just talk to them like you would any other person and see what happens. And yeah, great guy, and really proud of him, but also the work we've done to support him. And yeah, proud moment.
Do you know what? I was going to ask you for multiple case studies. There are loads of case studies. Check out our website, strideyorkshire.co.uk. But that is, I think, for the purpose of this, I think that is, you're not going to get much better than that. That is amazing.
We always go on about Harry as well. I don't know, I mentioned Harry, but Harry would be another one of my examples.
Harry.
But yeah, Harry will save you for another day, buddy. I think we're in a rush. But Harry, another great example of someone that's
great guy.
he's come so far, and really proud of the work he's done. Yeah. It's not just Stride did this for me. No. They have to engage with the opportunities we can create, and yeah, Harry's another one. But like we say, yeah, there's literally almost 100 people we've helped into work in the last couple of years. So proud of each one of them in different ways. But I'd say the client dimension's my highlight. Yeah.
Great. There's 2 challenges I want to set for you to finish this talk.
How long we got? We're in a rush, you know.
We are in a rush. There's 2 challenges, and this is why it's a challenge. 30 seconds. If somebody was thinking about joining Stride to get a job, what would you tell them? Maybe there's a bit of fear around it, you know.
What's the worst that's going to happen? If you come to us for a conversation or a chat, meet our team who are trained to be accommodating of your needs and be understanding and try and create these opportunities for you. If what is making you not want to give it a go is the fear of it, the worst that's going to happen if you give it a go and you don't get anywhere is you're exactly where you are now. Give it a go. There is countless examples where we are helping people who might be in the same boat as you, and we're understanding, dedicated to understand you and provide bespoke support to help you with whatever your goals are.
Have you got a timer, Johnny?
So
great.
Yeah, that's how I'd sum it up.
Absolutely. Obviously, again, you can find us on our website, www.strideyorkshire.co.uk. Final thing, and I'm going to give you ever so slightly longer to talk about this one. Let's aim for a minute.
Thank you.
What would you? And the reason I think we need to consider where we are, the location of Doncaster right now. And I know we're talking about branching out elsewhere. Right now, our main hub is in Doncaster, and you know the employers in Doncaster might not. I could be wrong with this, but from you have to tell me from your experience, I find may not always be as progressive as maybe other parts of the country in terms of their, I don't know if it's fair to say, acceptance or inclusion of neurodivergent people. So, same thing, kind of quick fire. If you was to talk to an employer, particularly the local ones that we work with, that you was considering maybe taking on somebody that was neurodivergent for the first time with potentially with our support, what would that look like?
Yeah, so completely understandable that it can be an off-putting topic because you don't know. Small businesses particularly, they haven't got massive HR teams and learning and development and etc. to understand that. Don't worry about that. That's what we're here for. We're the professionals to make that as smooth as possible. We're here primarily for the client, but if supporting you benefits our client as well, that's what we're here for. We're here to make it work for both of you, and there's no shame in not being as clued up on all these terms that we might use every day because we're still learning. I'll say something, I don't think you can say that anymore. I mean, we're lads from Doncaster who will have a down to earth conversation about how this could work for you for the benefit of our clients. So don't go into it being too scared to ask questions. If you don't know what we mean by something, ask us. That's our job to fill that gap. And there is a lot more support out there than you think to support clients into work. And inquire with Jake at strideyorkshire.co.uk if you're interested.
You realise you just gave your email to potentially millions of people now.
Millions.
Joking.
It's ambitious.
If we get millions of viewers, maybe I'm manifesting millions of viewers. If we do get millions of viewers, please bombard him. Jake couldn't have said that much better myself, mate. Thank you.
Thanks, buddy.